cover a wide range of topics with the videos that I make, and they're basically all centered around masculinity in some type of way. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 3 ways a man can tell if she's wifey. Shout outs to my wife. Today is our 10-year wedding anniversary. Shout outs to you, Poo Poo. I love you. Let's get straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button though. So, the first step in knowing that she's wifey is that when you first get her number, she'll call you back. She'll show genuine interest in wanting to talk to you. And when she does talk to you on the phone, it's almost like there's no limit to how much you guys can be talking, okay? You guys genuinely enjoy talking to each other. She genuinely enjoys talking to you and all of those good things. You know, there is no, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna call you back, and then you don't hear from her for a week or 2 weeks later or whatever. Or you call her back and then she tells you the same thing again. Like, oh, you know, you talk for a few minutes and then she tells you, oh, I'm gonna call you back, or I'm gonna text you back, or I'm gonna get back in contact with you, whatever. It's none of that, okay? So that's a telltale sign right there. You know, she's showing genuine interest in you, and then of course you're showing genuine interest in her as well. Now, the second step is she'll genuinely enjoy spending time with you, and she'll even take it to the point where she'll try to come up with things for you guys to do. Okay, so instead of you always making all the plans, okay, you're always the one that's coming up with ideas and stuff like that. She takes it upon herself, not every single time, but at least sometimes, to be like, you know what? Let's go do this today instead, or let's go try this out, or I saw this on the internet. Let's go try out this event, or let's go try out this spot. You know, she'll do things like that. She'll say things like that. Okay, that's another telltale sign that the girl that you're talking to can be wifey. If you want to make that decision, that's a good sign right there. She's showing genuine interest in hanging out with you. She's coming up with things for you guys to do, you know, and the conversations, they seem like they're just endless. You know, you guys are genuinely enjoying each other and all of those good things. All right. And then the third way is she shows genuine interest in the things that you're interested in as well, especially your family. She starts to plan things around your family events. Let's just say, for instance, right, she has to work the late night shift or whatever, and your family is having Thanksgiving dinner or a picnic or a birthday party, whatever your family is throwing, okay? Now, she's got to go to work, but she tells her job, like, man, you know what? My boyfriend, his family has such and such going on. You know, can I get off early, or can I switch my days around? Can I change my schedule up? You know, she'll make reasonable sacrifices for you. That's another telltale sign that the woman that you're dealing with has some great qualities that if you choose to, you can go ahead and make her wifey. You know, now I don't want to sound shallow like that's the only 3 things, but that's a start right there. You know, when she's showing genuine interest in you, okay, she wants to spend time with you. She requests to spend time with you. It's not one-sided. You're not the only one making a call like, hey, let's go hang out, let's go do this. You're not the only one that's reaching out with phone calls or text messages, social media, you know, and all those good things. It's fairly even. She may even do it more than you, you know, which is another major plus, you know. So those are all great signs that she's definitely wifey, you know. Now, I'm a Christian man, you know. It is a major plus if the girl that you are courting, the girl that you are dating, the girl that you're seeing, the girl that you're thinking about making wifey, knows who Jesus Christ is, you know, has a personal relationship with God through Jesus Christ, because that's a major plus as well. I don't think too many people on here really talk about that, but that's the truth though. That's the truth, you know, because once you come together as one in marriage, you know, once things start getting more and more serious and things like that, trust me, you're going to need that foundation and Jesus Christ to stand on, because just your foundation alone, just your standards alone and all your rules and regulations, whatever, all that stuff, you know, that ain't enough to stand on. You know, God's word tell us that's not solid ground right there. You wanna stand on the foundation of Jesus Christ. You know, you want to build your relationship on that foundation. Now, was I perfect at that? Was I good at that? Not really. I was living a lukewarm lifestyle at the time before me and my wife, got married. You know, I had a relationship with Jesus Christ, but I was just lukewarm. No, I mean, I was just lukewarm. I'll just leave it at that. I ain't gonna go into too many details, but it's good that if the woman that you're courting, that you're dating, you start feeling like it's getting serious. You know, you're getting feelings and all of those good things. Man, make sure she knows who God is. Make sure she knows who Jesus Christ is, because I'm not saying that's gonna make things perfect, because it's not, because no person is, you know, God's word is, but people are not, you know, men and women are imperfect, you know, but you make sure she has a relationship with God, make sure you have one too, you know, man, you know, it just makes things that much easier, that much smoother, you know. So those are just some of the qualities that you can look for in a woman that you see as being as being wifey, you know. You're thinking about making that decision, you know, you gotta definitely think about those things. But that's usually, I'm not going into the whole, it's a lot of other things to talk about as well, but I'm just keeping it simple in this video, keeping it light. These are just the things that are up front, you know, when you introduce yourself to a woman and you guys start to, you know, be at that talking stage on the phone, going out to dinner, going out to going out to the movies, going out to different entertainment venues and things like that, going over each other's families, homes. You know, these are just things that you have to consider, because if those things are not reciprocal, I'm assuming that you as a man, you know, you're showing genuine interest in her, taking her out and things like that, and showing genuine interest in her family, you know, making reasonable, compromises and sacrifices to spend time with her, you know. So the same thing should be happening on her end as well. You know, that's a great sign that that's probably a girl that you want to end up making wife one day, you know. So that's just my personal take on that. Like I say, shout outs to my wife. It's our 10-year wedding anniversary today. That went by really quick, and this video is very reminiscent. Forgive me, you guys, I'm doing something here on my phone. But this video is very reminiscent of how me and my wife were. And even some of my friends who are married, you know, share the same experience. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other men out there who have the same or a very similar experience as well. You know, when you first start talking, you know, there should be that genuine interest there. You know, if it's not, if it's one-sided, you know, if it's just you know, making the calls, sending the text messages and all of those good things, you know, or whatever people do nowadays. Like I said, I've been married 10 years, you know, been with my wife, like 12, 13 years, you know, so I know things are a lot different now, 13 years later, you know what I'm saying? But if you're the only one that's showing genuine interest, that's more than likely that ain't the one. You know, if you're the only one setting up plans and enjoying when you guys go out, you know, coming up with different ideas and stuff like that, that probably ain't the one. That's probably not the one, you know. If you're the only one showing interest in her family, but she's not showing any in your family, or showing interest in what you do, what you care about, what you value, that's probably not the one, you know. So yeah, I mean, I know things can happen. Things can change, people change, you know. You may start off not showing interest at first, but then it picks up. It's like it's a gradual thing. I get it, you know, but give it some time, I guess. I would say like after a month. I mean, it's, you know how we are as men, you know, it doesn't take that long for us to evaluate what's going on and what's in front of us. So, you know, I would say after, man, maybe a couple of weeks to a month, you know, if you're not seeing things reciprocated, like, cause it's a chance that you may be more interested in her. Oh, that's my wife texting me right now, as I make this video, but, goodness, I just lost my train of thought. What was I about to say? Yeah, it doesn't take that long to really evaluate, you know, if this is a woman that you can see as being, a wife one day, you know. I mean, a couple of weeks to a month. I mean, if the interest is not there, I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, just like you're not interested in other women sometimes, they may be interested in you. vice versa. You know, it's a chance that she may not be interested in you, and that's fine. You know, it is what it is. Everybody's not going to be interested in you. You're not going to be interested in everybody else, right? Like, I mean, you know, common sense, I guess, you know. But yeah, you know, those are the three things that I would say. They love to spend time with you. Phone calls, text messages, going out. You guys are meeting each other's families. That's a huge one. You know, meeting each other's family, getting familiar with each other's families and things like that. Those are great signs. That's probably a woman that you want to make your wife one day, you know. And then also just seeing how she handles certain situations. You know, this is another one that I'll throw in. I know I mentioned those three, but it's actually a fourth one now that I think about it. Like I said, I don't want to make this video way too long. It's a lot to say with this. But one of the things that I left out, which could be a fourth factor in this, and knowing how she's wifey, is when you go through the ups and downs in life. Okay. When I still got my seatbelt on. Anyway, when me and my wife, okay, she's my wife right now, of course, okay? But when we were just dating, okay, and things were starting to get a little serious, and we were just showing great, genuine interest in each other and things like that, it got to a point where I got demoted at work, okay? So I lost out on a lot of money, and, you know, and she was there by my side. She was still rocking with me. You know, I was making much less money. I was still living with my parents. You know, I had a decent car. You know, I mean, I didn't have no problem with it, but I had a decent car. I didn't have the most money in the world and stuff like that. She was making more money than me. A lot more money than me, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, she was still rocking with me. You know, that's the fourth factor right there. Like, what is going on in your life? Like, if you find yourself getting fired, or I know I'm not talking about something ignorant, you know, some stuff that you done did that was crazy or something like that, because that's not a good look. But if you got laid off, your company went out of business, something unfortunate happened that was out of your control, and then she's still rocking with you, she's still there by your side, she's not giving, you know, she's still saying the same, she's not acting funny, like, oh man, okay, you ain't making money no more, I don't want nothing to do with you no more, I'm about to go talk to somebody else that's making more money than you. Or like, man, okay, now you can't afford clothes no more, you can't afford to take me out to a nice restaurant no more, I don't know if I really want to food with you no more. You know, she's not doing things like that. You know, if anything, she'll support you. She'll say, you know what, I know you got laid off, I know that you're struggling, let me help you find another job. You know, let me talk to my parents, let me talk to my family, and let me see where my uncles work at, let me see where my cousins work at, see if they can put you on, or see if they can put a word in for you. You know, she'll do things like that to support you, to help to build you up. And as a wife, biblically, that's what they do as helpmeets. They help you. You know what I'm saying? So especially in times of need, especially in times where you're down, you're stressed out. It was a point where I was stressed out, you know, crying about stuff like, oh man, what about, you know, all this other stuff. She's still rocking with me. You know, she's like, man, she wasn't like, man, you just a big old crybaby, you just a blah blah blah, I ain't messing with you no more. Like, nah, she's still rocking with me, you know. So that's another thing. When you find yourself having hard times in life, or going through a struggle, or you're trying to succeed at something, maybe you're trying to get a degree, maybe you have to kind of step away from your job, or reduce the hours you're working, or maybe you're not making as much money because you want a degree, or you're trying to get a promotion at your job, or you're just trying to do something with you're trying to gain a new skill, and it's taking so much time that it's not really allowing you to make that much money, you know, that you could if you weren't spending so much time on that. She's still gonna rock with you. She's still gonna rock with you. Nothing is gonna change. Okay. The only thing that should change is just her encouraging you more, you know, every now and then. Not all day, every day on some nagging you type stuff, but just speaking life into you, like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see you struggling. I'm still rocking with you though. I got you. Okay. Now, of course, as a man, you got to give her a reason to stick around with you. You know, you got to show that you're working hard, and show that you're ambitious, show that you care, and show that you're trying to do better for yourself and things like that. And so, yeah, that's another thing to look out for right there. You know, because if she don't want to rock with you with that, You'll hate to get, I mean, and people are entitled to their emotions and feelings and stuff and all of those things. But if it's something that's going on in your life that's out of your control, you get injured, something happens with one of your family members, your job lays off people, your company goes out of business or something like that, your car breaks down, you know, those are things that are out of your control. So if she's not rocking with you because of things are going on in your life that are out of your control, I mean, I would be fair about it. You know, I give it a, you know, I give it a little bit of time, you know, whatever you deem to be reasonable, I guess, you know, like give it a couple weeks, a month or something, and kind of evaluate that and see if she, you know, turns that around, hopefully, you know, and if that doesn't happen, you know, in a reasonable amount of time, chances are that's probably not for you, you know, because you hate to get married, you know, you hate to make that commitment, you know, get married and all those good things, and a bump in the road comes that's out of your control, and now, you know, everything just hit the fan. Everything is just going crazy now, all because something happened in your life that's out of your control. And it works both ways too. You know, something in her life may go, you know, may go out of control from what she can control. You know, something may happen in her life that she doesn't have any control over. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. So, you know, vice versa, you know, and of course with her, you want her to stick around and be with you through hard times. You know, you may have health challenges, somebody may pass away in your family. That's another one too, you know what I'm saying? So it's 5 things. The more I talk, the more I just keep thinking about. You know, I could talk about this for hours. You know, I've been married for 10 years, so I could talk about this for hours and hours. I don't want to make this video too long though, you guys, but yeah, even when certain things happen with your family, you know, people may pass away, people are in the hospital, she'll show genuine interest in that too. Like, okay, hey, you want to go visit your auntie? You know, how's your dad doing? So on and so forth. You know, whoever it may be in your family, you know, she'll show genuine interest and caring about them. Those are great signs, you know, and I'm pretty sure it's something I'm missing out on. So if my wife, if Poo-Poo, if you watch this, if it's something I left out, my bad. I'm just coming off the dome. This is not scripted or anything like that. So anyway, that's it, you guys. Those are some great ways to tell if a woman that you're dating is wifey. All right. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Okay. Feel free to check out the Cash App on here as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out. Have a good one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button though. Peace out.